Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today it's 60 degrees outside and breezy. It's not a good day for filming and not a good day to get into beehives. I mean, I guess we could, if that's something that you want to do. I don't want to get into the beehives today. I kind of want to let the bees do what the bees need to do. And we can certainly go down and look at the beehives, but today, well, I've got to clean my shop. It's less than clean. It's a lot less than clean. It's a disaster. And in my mind, I would love to have a shop like Jim's over there at Vino Farms, and I'll show you a picture of it here somewhere. There you go. And the reason I know what his shop looks like on the inside and you don't is because you haven't subscribed to Instagram. Jim's got an account over on Instagram, so do I. You can go over and follow him and see where he is with his Bee Barn 2.0 build, his shop build, and all the wonderful things he's working on. You can also see what it is that I'm working on from day to day. I will put a QR code up here for myself, and heck, I'll even throw one up here for Jim. That way you can just scan it with your camera and go there, and you'll be able to see what it is that I'm doing on days when I'm not making YouTube videos. I usually show you pictures of my sunrises and what the chickens are up to or whatever it is I'm working on at the time. Anyways, so we'll get all of that out of the way. While I'm cleaning my shop, I am going to take you down. Now, how am I going to do that? I'm going to clean my shop, and I'm going to take you down and show you some of the flowers or some of the forage that is left over at the levee. How can I do that, you ask? Well, it's YouTube, and I've got a camera that I can carry, and then I can cut things around. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. First thing I want to do is I want to take you down. We'll look at the bees, see how they're doing. Then we'll jump over to the levee, see if there's any flowers left or any forage left for the girls. Last week when I mowed the levee, and if you were on my Instagram page, you would know I showed pictures of it. Anyways, the goldenrod was still out there, but it was turning brown. It's kind of at the end of its rope. And the aster was in full bloom. But I want to see if there's any aster left because the bees were all over the aster. And there were a couple of other flowers left. But for the most part, the flow is over. Winter's coming. The leaves are falling off the tree. I think this is the last day that I'm going to be able to see beautiful fall colors. Now, it never got as beautiful as I wanted it to get, but tonight and tomorrow we're expected to get about 2¼ inches of rain, 2.5 inches of rain. And if there are any beautiful leaves on the trees, when that is done, it'll be a miracle. So anyways, let me grab the camera, take you down there and show you the bees and the forage over at the levee, and then we'll come back up here and wrap the video up or talk about other things. I don't know. But let's go have a look at the bees. As you can tell, it's kind of windy out here. I'm sure you can hear it in the microphone. Hi, chickens. What are you doing, chickens? Make me some eggs. Anyways, let's see if we can get out here and have a look around at the bees. Oh, I think I'm going to have to actually get a base for that bird bath because that stump looks like it's going rotten. Goodness. Anyways, before we look at the bees, let's take a look at this. The leaves out here are changing, but I don't think they're going to change anymore because I tell you what, starting tonight and through tomorrow, we're expecting about 2.5 inches of rain. And when that happens, I think these leaves are going to get knocked out of the trees before they all have a chance to change. So my fall might not be as beautiful as I was expecting. They are starting to pop. I tell you what, when it's sunny out, they pop quite a bit. But I think the weather that we get tonight is going to mess that up. Anyways, let's have a look at the bees, see if they're flying. Yeah, we have some outside the red hive. They're flying. The green hive, they're always flying. All the bee barns on the front row, these girls are doing what they need to do. Let's go see if the girls in the back are doing anything. I love the sound of crunchy leaves beneath my feet. It reminds me of the Charlie Brown videos, Thanksgiving and Halloween. It's fantastic. All right. The girls are all out there working. There's still some out there flying, and I see some pollen on their legs. As they come in, maybe we'll see some pollen here. I just saw some going in there with pollen, so that tells me that there's still a little bit of goldenrod left and a little bit of aster left, maybe a lot of aster. We'll know when we get over at the levee. because that is their primary food source. But they're working. They're working. It's a kind of a cool day. All right, let's head over to the levee. We'll have a look and see what we can see over there. I won't bore you with the entire walk, but I will take you there. Oh, now let me tell you something. If you don't live in Georgia, if you're up north, you don't know what these are. But let me give you a little pro tip here. If you're ever in the South, Georgia, Florida, maybe Tennessee, if you see this, don't step in it. Those are fire ants. Those aren't little sugar ants. Those are fire ants, and if you step in them, they're going to get all over you. Then they're going to sting the you-know-what out of you. So there you go. Avoid fire ants. They're no fun. I've got a story. When I was a young man, I moved to Florida from Ohio, and when I got down there, I decided to earn some money because I was still a young man, and I was offered the opportunity to mow somebody's lawn. And while I was mowing the lawn, there's more fire ants. They had tall, I believe it was St. Augustine grass. And while I was mowing that lawn, I just happened to step in some fire ants. And see, the problem is I was unaware that I'd stepped in the fire ants, because they don't get you initially. I think they're like bees. I think they have to wait until the attack pheromone has gone off. Now I know that there's some entomologists out there saying, no, that's not how it works. Well, you know what? I don't know how it works. All I know is that they got all over me before they started stinging me. And when they stung me, they kind of stung me in unison. So that's kind of how that worked. Anyways, I can see a little bit of goldenrod still happening over there. Not a lot. Now, we've had some 30-degree nights, as you've seen in the last video. And the hive heaters are doing what the hive heaters are supposed to do. But fall is here. So there you go, and there you have it. All right, well, we're over here at the levee. And you can see we have a little bit of goldenrod left, and it's bright yellow, so I assume it's offering something. But we have an abundance of aster. Now, I don't know what the aster is offering right now. I do see some of my girls down here on the aster, so we know that they're gathering something. I don't know whether they're just getting the rest of any pollen. I don't know whether aster even produces nectar. But I do have some girls out here foraging, so that's a good sign. As you can see, we have quite a bit of aster left. The goldenrod, it's about shot. There's really not a whole lot we can do about that. I hope the girls have gotten everything that they need to get out of it. It's pretty much turning brown everywhere else. But there you go. I think the fall forage here is just about done. There's a nice bright goldenrod. And I can tell you this, one thing that I've noticed out here, especially on any of this goldenrod that is still available, I don't see any bees on it. Now, I did see a wasp on it, but I don't see any bees on it, even the ones that are bright yellow still. I think the goldenrod's spent. I don't think there's anything left. But there you go, and there you have it. Now, you never see this part of the lake, but this is the levee. That's what holds our water in. I mow this every now and then, but for the most part, I just leave it for the bees to come out here and forage. I let all the weeds grow up all summer long. I just mowed it last week. So there's just not a whole lot left. Tell you what, here's a view of the lake that you never see. Right here. Now, if you watch the Halloween special, you're aware that over there, that's where it all took place. Ooh. Now, you know also that that special was from last year, and it was all make-believe. Nothing happened over there. Nothing happened on the lake. We just like to have a little bit of fun. Let's see here. Where's the bees? There they are. There's the bees. That's where they take off and fly out over the lake and do all their foraging, which, like I said, it's almost dried up. All right, well, I guess we can take a quick walk down here, see if there's anything else left to forage. I don't think there is. And we'll go back there and see if, uh-oh, what did I just hear? Heard something. It sounded like a snake. That's not good. We have a couple of hawks that have kept our lake snake free, but we had a lot of water moccasins. I guess they're called cottonmouths. We had a bunch of those, and the hawks came in and cleaned them up for us. Yeah, I don't want to get bitten by one of those. That'd make for a heck of a video, I'll tell you that. Anyways, I don't see a lot of forage out here. There's some more aster. Lots of aster. Now, you know what I want to do? I want to share a tip with you. I guess this is a pro tip. Now, chances are, if you have an iPhone, and you may know this, I didn't know this until a few weeks ago. Someone actually left it in a comment, and they told me how to identify flowers or plants using just my iPhone, no special apps or anything like that. So let me show you how I do that. And then maybe you might want to do that. So you open your camera. My camera's open. We're going to take a picture of those flowers. Now, we're going to go right there, and we're going to click on the little eye down here. See that little eye? It's for information. You click on that, it asks you if you want to look it up. I say yes. It tells me exactly what it is. There you go. So it's a white aster. Now, there's also sky blue aster, but that's the white one. I believe that's this one right here. And it gives you information about that. Anyways, I'm not sure who gave me that bit of knowledge. Might have been Michael Fike out of, I think he's in Alabama. I'm not sure, but I want to thank whoever it was. Thank you so much, because that is a very, very helpful pro tip. Anyways, let's go back to the shop and see if it's cleaned up yet. Okay, so here's something unassuming. This little corner of the lake is loaded with some of the biggest bass in the lake. We've got a nice log right down there. Now you can't see it under the water. If I had UV lens on the front of this thing, you'd be able to see it, but there's a nice big log down there. Let me tell you, there's a lot of giant bass that hang out right there. Now, up and down the levee is crappie central. You can get a lot of crappie there, but bass right there. And then down in that cove, way down there, I call that Bass Cove. All right, and there's the girls doing what it is that they do. Out there gathering the rest of the forage before they hunker down for the winter. All right, let's go see if there's been any progress made in the shop. Oh, hey, whoa, what is that? Is that a bee? Okay, one of my bees, not a big deal. All right, well, you're back, I'm back, we're back. We're back at the shop, and I've not made much progress cleaning the shop while you've been out with me looking at the levee. Anyways, I'm going to get the shop cleaned up because we have our winter projects. We've got to build things in the winter when we can't get out there into the bee yard. So I'm going to get this shop cleaned up, and hopefully we'll be able to get started on our winter projects. And some of the first winter projects that I'm going to work on is getting the white hive and the blue hive replaced on the front row with bee barns. So I am going to be building my last 2 bee barns here. But I want to address that really quick, because one of the biggest comments that I get, both on email, DM'd on Instagram, or in just the comments in general, is, do you have plans for your bee barns, or will you release a step-by-step video showing us how to build your bee barn? And the answer to the first one is no, I don't have plans, but I can make plans. And the second one is that I will make a step-by-step video on how to build my version of the bee barns very soon, but I'm not going to release a step-by-step video showing you how I build my version of the bee barns until Jim at Vino Farms has released his version 2 step-by-step bee barn build that I'm sure he's working on right now, as well as his plans. I think he said he's going to release some plans as well, so I'm going to allow that to happen before I show anything else on mine. Primarily because I don't want to step on his video or step on any of his plans or anything that he's got going on, because the bee barn is his brainchild. It was his idea, and I don't want to step on his release of the video. Actually, I want to watch it with the rest of you, and then we will get on to my builds and release my information. So there you go, and there you have it. We will also do some other small shop projects over the winter while we can't get in the beehives out there. And if we get a nice warm day, we'll certainly go out there and get in the hives, because remember, some of my hives are heated, and my girls are going to be just fine. We can open up, look around really quick, close the hive up, and they'll all be fine. So anyways, with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have something to say, by all means, please comment. Would really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my new content. I try to drop a video every Friday. We try to keep it light and have fun. So with all that said, be happy, and I will see you next week. Now I've got to go back to cleaning the shop. It's not fun. I mean, it's not fun. I never liked to clean my room when I was a kid, and now I don't like cleaning the shop, but I messed it up, so I've got to clean it up. I'll see you next week. Take care.